Hey everyone, my name is Mandark, and this is going to be the first tutorial of a series of hopefully a series of tutorials, and we're going to be studying HTML and CSS, and we're going to look at how we can make our websites. Towards the end, maybe, depending on our progress, we'll also try to eventually look at JavaScript, but that's much later on. But towards the beginning portion of this series, tutorial, whatever you want to call it, we're going to be looking at HTML and we're going to be looking at CSS in great detail. Alright, at the top I've also got my Twitter, so feel free to drop me a tweet, let me know what's going on. If you have any comments, feel free to leave a comment. And yeah, this is the first time I'm doing something like this, so I'm a little excited, a little nervous. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it works out alright. So just let me know if you've got any questions. And without further ado, I think we can get started right away. But before we start looking at the code, I think I want to take this video and I want to talk about HTML first a little bit. So yeah, before we start looking at the code, I want you to appreciate what HTML is. And HTML is basically a tag-based language. And I know this page might look very overwhelming to you right now. It's supposed to look that way, I'm sorry. But we'll go through this and it's going to make much more sense very soon. So, when I say HTML is a tag-based language, what I mean is HTML is basically a language which you use to communicate to your browser what to do. So for example, if you want to put an image on your website, then you need to tell your browser when to start putting the image, for example, and when to stop putting the image. So the way you would do that is you would have your image, but at the start of the image you would have a starting tag which tells the browser, hey browser, I'm putting in my image now. And at the end of the image you would have a stopping tag. And that would tell the browser, okay, browser, I'm done putting the image in, you can stop now. So the same goes for example, if you want to put in, a paragraph or, anything else. If you want to put in a video, for example. So you need to tell your browser basically when and where and how and when to stop putting the things that you want to do, in fact, put in. So this is what I mean when I say HTML is a tag-based language. Now here we have a list of I guess all of the tags of HTML, and yes, you're not supposed to understand all of this, but as I scroll down, I want you to look at these tags, and I want to appreciate some of the common features in them. And what do I mean when I say these common features? Let me go back to my notepad here. Just get rid of this. You notice that every single tag begins with less than sign, followed by some name, which is then followed by a greater than sign. So this right here is what the syntax of a tag is. You've got a less than sign followed by the name of the tag and then a greater than sign. Okay? So like I mentioned a while ago, there is a closing tag and there's an opening tag. So for this, for example, on your screen is an opening tag. At the same time, the syntax of a closing tag is very much similar. It's in fact almost the same, which is the same thing, except before the name of the tag you put a /. So now you've got a pair of opening and closing tags, and everything in between is basically whatever you want. So for example, if you were to put an image, right, you would have the tag image here, you would have image here, and you would have image here. I'm sorry, my mouse is screwing up. But in any case, so this is an opening image tag, and this is a closing image tag, and in between would go your image. Of course, the syntax of the image and how to put the image is a different thing, and we'll look at that in later videos. But essentially, the idea is the same. If you wanted to add a paragraph, for example, you would have a P tag and a closing P tag. And in between, you would have, hey, this is my paragraph. However you spell that. Okay, so in this first video, all I really want is for you to appreciate how HTML works. HTML works through these tags, and these tags, basically I think the word you want to use here is that these tags wrap around the content and they tell your browser what to show, when to show, and where to show. Alright, so I think this is it for the first video. yeah, just let me know if everything's alright, and feel free to hit me up. Alright, okay.